ụmụ Chineke ekele dịrị onye ọbụla chọrọ udo. Ihe a na-egosi na-abụ Dei Dei new site, one of the international market enwere na
He's now saying that this is Dei Dei market, one of the new international markets in
Abuja here in the north. This morning I had a little bit problem here concerning the houses and nearby. So all the men that are buru nearby, ihe amụtaziri na be buru nearby, buru onye ha atọ onye ha n'ime ọhịa.
Now he says, what these people do is that they are now fond of when they carry our people, they throw them into the bush. Now, when you listen to it, it sounds intentional. Again, the Okada riders, I told us my experience. One thing is that many people don't know this. I thought I knew how to drive a car. Having driven a car for over 12 years before I left Nigeria for the first time. And when, as a student in Germany, at some point before my graduation, I went to learn how to drive a car. In learning how to drive a car, I discovered that through my protection in Nigeria was only God, because I knew absolutely nothing. I didn't go to car school. I didn't go to driving school. I started using my, dad's car. You wash them, normal. You move, you go. Nothing, absolute no idea. But when you start learning things gradually, you begin to see where, just like when I drive today, a car cuts me. You ask yourself, what does it take you to just apply your brake? A couple of seconds. The madness goes, drive safe. Or insist, no, it's my turn. Somebody bashes you, you come down, begin to argue. You don't know what is going to happen when you begin to have that argument. Sadly, again here, according to what he's saying, that when these riders, in fact, I call them ruffians. They are ruffians. These guys are high on something. Call it fermented brukutu or fermented kunu. I don't bloody care. But they are on high on something, because I'm telling you honestly, if you ever use these Okadas, they are high on something. And that's their recklessness is what leads them to. What leads them to having such
Jawara. So this morning, he may go quite the thing now. Buru one woman now, but I told the woman, name or had the woman.
So he said they took, as a passenger, and he threw the woman in the bush, collaborating what the other people that I spoke to said. Because at this point, no one knew that it would, escalate eventually.
And that one immediately. So the men now they protest now.
You see, as a result of it, the men started protesting, and the Okada was then burnt. We must note, the Okada was then burnt as a result of anger. People, it comes to where, again, many of you disagree with me. When I condemn jungle justice, it is for a reason. Yes, we have lost Mama's life. Her life shouldn't have been lost if the rider was properly trained, and if the rider was not under any influence of under the influence of anything. But sadly, the rider, I can categorically tell you, was under the influence of something. As I have witnessed myself, the rider was so reckless. That's why the rider, the mama died. Once more, may her soul rest in peace. As a result of mama dying, this is where I now appeal to us. Two things here. One, jungle justice. Two, anger management. I am watching and I'm talking and I'm reading, and some of us, because it does not fit the narrative you want to hear, you want me to come and be just say, everybody, kill everybody, kill everybody, kill everybody. Then you'll be calling names. anger management. Had the people not burned this motorcycle, these goods may and will not have got damaged. More lives beyond Mama would not have been lost. One thing leads to another. It's like a chain reaction. Now look at it, my people now. You bought a motorcycle. How much is that motorcycle? $300, $400? Most of these motorcycles are like 50 cc's. Some of them 260,000 naira, 320,000, at most 350. In anger, I understand Mama died. I understand your anger. But in anger, jungle justice was meted out immediately. Then the repercussion and the reaction from those, again, as I said at the beginning, because everybody is suspicious of one another, you know that you have achieved so much in Abuja. You know that you own these places. But sadly, the person who looks at you and see your achievement is not happy. When such provocation comes, everything that he or she is thinking will be meted out on you. My late dad always tells me before he died, he said, son, if a man is drunk and tells you that he is going to kill you, beware, that man will kill you when he is not drunk. It's only the drink that brings out, the talk freely. When the man says because he's drunk, oh, I'm not sober, then I say I will kill you. I'm drunk, I will kill you. When that man is not drunk, your life also is in danger. So if that man, if you know that there is this ethnic tension in Nigeria, please, I beg us, please, let us be very wary. And when this thing then happened, again, there was a second lapse here. When the tension was building up, I would have thought that knowing that you are an endangered species, you should have been more protective of yourself and your words. Because in football, that was basically somebody breaking into your defense, unprotected. Where were you people and when they started igniting those fires? Why couldn't you? 4x4, 2x2 there. Men, 4x4 and 2x2. Where were your defense? Why were your defense so broken that someone could just ignite those fires? Now billions are lost. How? How could that happen? Listening to me and you're in Abuja, anywhere you do your business, organize yourself. Something like this shouldn't happen. I tell you, I kid you not, that motorcycle that led to the provocation shouldn't have not been burnt. Secondly, you should not, even when you know this provocation has happened and tension has built, you could have protected yourself better. That is my own. Again, some of you will disagree, but that's fine. That's a free world. My job here is to say it the way I see it. It might suit you. If it suits your narrative, then fine. If it doesn't and you get angry, sorry, I cannot help you. But I'm really here taking my time to analyze these clips bit by bit to tell us that and when we look at it, some of us are saying, oh, go back to the east, come back to the east and build this in Akulono. 2 years ago, we started the Akulono think tank. Every single person that was in that Akulono think tank cannot come to the east today. Everybody is run away. Who wants to be killed? Who wants to be kidnapped? Who wants to? Sadly, I say it, maybe if it's going to help us to begin to retrace, yes, our politicians have failed us, but must you and I fail ourselves too? If our politicians have failed us, must you and I also fail ourselves? the destructions. Look at it, because there is no way to go, there is no succor. Most people now feel even safer in another person's region than their own fatherland. We can see a video here in a state where a local government chairman, people walk into their house, into his house, lie everybody down, kill his son, kill the two sons, kill the father, kill him, kill the two brothers. That means a woman has lost three sons and two grandsons in one night. What for? What for? And why does this keep happening? There is no, people are running away. People are now running away. That's why anybody can threaten you anywhere. Where are you going to run to? When many of us say we must do whatever it takes to protect our neighbor, that we will have a secured homeland. We must have a secured homeland. But it beats me and it makes me sad to note that that secured homeland in the last couple of years, or since last year, it's really, 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 we have somewhat gone wrong.